All right, here we go. Let's talk about why you should not be making other people rich when it comes to your housing costs and the top three reasons why immigrants should be buying more real estate. So, big picture, why is this important? One of the most expensive things in our budget that we spend money on is housing costs. So, either rent or mortgage. And when you are renting, you never see that money back. It's kind of like you're throwing it down the toilet, right? Whereas when you buy property, even though you're still paying for it, right, with the down payment and the mortgage and all that, it's an investment because you're going to get that money back later. It's going to grow in value, right? And we see a lot of challenges with the immigrant community being able to buy real estate given the complexities of the immigration laws, how they interact with the financial system, and the difficulties and limited access there is for mortgage loans, particularly for undocumented immigrants. But there's always a way, and there are options available. So I want you all to know about why it's so important to be investing in real estate. And we're going to talk about three key reasons. I'll make this pretty quick. Okay, first reason, back to what we were just talking about with paying rent and losing money. Why pay rent and make someone else rich? When you pay rent to your landlord, they're getting that money as part of an investment. So they are building assets through that property, and they are building their financial wealth with your money that you're paying rent. The reason is because that property is probably going to go up in value. Eventually, they can sell it if they want to, or pass it down to other family members. And as it goes up in value, they basically were having someone else pay for the mortgage the whole time while they were waiting for it to go up in value. Then they'll sell it and even make more money. So as a renter, you're literally paying for someone else to get rich, whereas that same money you'd be spending on rent if you were instead paying for it as a monthly mortgage for a property you own. You would be the one making that investment. You'd be the one getting that return. When you rent, you don't get the money back, right? You never see it again. Whereas when you own property, what you're paying on the mortgage, it's kind of like you live for free the whole time, because if you sell that property later, you're going to get back the full cost of your investment of what you paid for the property, right? And then you're probably going to get more for the growth in value. And then all those years that you were paying mortgage, you're going to get that back when you sell it. So it's not wasted money compared to renting where you never see it again. This is how when we sold our first property, which was a townhouse that we lived in for 4 years, we were able to get back all that money that we paid every month in the mortgage. So I did a calculation, and over the 4 years, we paid about $100,000 in mortgage payments over those 4 years. And that money we all got back when we sold that townhouse. If we had been renting, that would have meant that we lost $100,000 in rent payments, which, by the way, we did used to do that before we owned that townhouse. And we were renters for many years. We never saw any of that money ever again, whereas our landlord, again, was the one building wealth from that. So that's the first reason why we need to see immigrant families buy more real estate, because you all work hard for your money and you deserve to get the return on that money and have it be an investment instead of wasted money. Again, why pay rent and make someone else rich, right? The second thing to think about for why it's important for immigrant families to be buying property and investing in real estate is that it's a great way to invest. So there's many different kinds of investments. There's investing in the stock market and real estate and businesses, in your own knowledge and education, right? The list goes on. This is one type of investment that can tend to be very profitable. Of course, you want to work with some experts, have a good real estate agent, right? Do research, maybe talk to a financial counselor before buying something to make sure it is a property that's going to be a good investment and give you a return. But assuming you do make a smart investment in what property you buy, this is a way to build your wealth. And I know a lot of immigrant families know this very well. I don't have to tell you all that. Many people we talk to, that is the approach that they are taking for building wealth and preparing for retirement, particularly their immigrant parents, is buying property. And that's great. I'm obviously recommending that here. Just make sure it's not your only strategy, because if you're only investing in real estate, you're missing out on the other pathways to build wealth. And if you look at wealthy people and their habits, they are often doing a combination of three key things for the building wealth journey. They are owning real estate and investing in it, and they are investing in the stock market, and they are also investing in their businesses. So we don't want to focus on just one, but this path of investing in real estate is one of those three things, right? And it's a way to diversify your investment. So if you're only investing in the stock market right now, think about also exploring real estate so that you can be investing more and what's called diversifying your investments, basically having different types of investments, which is a powerful way to build wealth. And if you think about it, when you have multiple different ways you're investing and growing your money, and one of them dries up or when something goes wrong with one, you're okay because you have other ways, right? Whereas if you're only doing one and something bad happens to that approach, it can really throw you back with your financial planning. So that's why we want to add in the real estate piece as one of our forms of investment to diversify and get out of that pattern of paycheck to paycheck, just trading time for money. We want to start having our money work for us and make money for us. And that's exactly what real estate investing does in two key ways. One, because it's going to go up in value most likely, and you'll make money if you ever sell the property, right? Plus living there for free during the time if you live in the property. And then two, if you rent out the property, you'll be making rental income, which is a form of passive income. So it really gives you a lot of options. And when we sold our townhouse after 4 years of living in it, it did go up in value. We were able to make $100,000 on top of what we bought the property for. So not only did we get all of the money back and all of the mortgage payments we've been paying those 4 years, essentially we got back and we're free. We also made $100,000. It would have been really hard to make $100,000 in 4 years just investing in the stock market, right? So this is the power of strategic real estate investing, where you're making smart investments in an area that is going to go up in value. And then you can really accelerate your financial goals. So when we did that and we made that extra 100K, we were able to really move forward a lot of our other financial goals much more quickly. So we were able to max out all of our retirement investment accounts in the stock market for that year. We were able to pay off a business loan that we used to invest in growing immigrant finance so that we can help and reach more people and start building a team to support us, right? We were able to also save for some other personal goals that would have taken us a lot longer, right? And have more of a security net and cushion. So it was a really awesome way to start building wealth in a short period of time. Now, here's the third and final reason why we want to see more immigrant families investing in real estate and building their wealth. And this is about being landowners and building power. I know you all know this well because in many countries where many immigrants in the US come from, being a landowner is often the only option for building wealth and the most powerful one. And that's often the main strategy people pursue, particularly because investing in the stock market is not as common as it is in the US and many other countries. So it's the same thing here, right? Just because there's more options here to grow your money doesn't mean investing in real estate isn't as important, right? So it's a way to build power. Imagine if we had more and more immigrant families who owned more and more properties around the United States, and they were, able to make those extra 100K selling it in 4 years like we did, or they were able to rent it out and make passive income so that they weren't reliant on a single employer, right? Or able to start building their retirement plan through that way. There's so many benefits that can significantly change the game for the state of circumstances immigrants find themselves in this country, in the US. And we need to see more immigrants building financial power. That is a core part of our mission in immigrant finance. We want to see more immigrants financially powerful because it gives you options and choices in a way that it's very difficult to access through other approaches. So if you're facing a challenging immigration situation, if you don't have access to getting immigration status, if you're undocumented, or if you're in a precarious status that could be changing, right? building wealth and applying strategies to grow your finances is a way to take back up your power. It's a way to claim your power. It doesn't matter what the immigration laws say. There's nothing you can't do as an immigrant financially, no matter what your status is. It can be more difficult, especially when it comes to real estate investing. If you are undocumented, there are less options for loans, but there is a way, and there are lots and lots, thousands of people who have figured it out and who have bought property without having status. So you just have to be committed. And this is a way that you can start building power, right? So imagine if we, again, had more immigrants who are owning properties around the US, we'd have more economic options in this community. And that's how we can have more influence politically and on the immigration laws. I strongly believe, as an immigration lawyer, that the immigration laws would look very, very different if we had more immigrants who were wealthy and building wealth. So keep following Immigrant Finance, learn the strategies we're teaching, take a step forward today with something you can do with your finances, whether it's to start budgeting or paying off some debt or starting to invest or making a plan to buy property. We are here to support you. Don't hesitate to reach out. This is exactly what we're here for. And if you're ready to get started building your plan for buying property, we're really, really excited to be launching our newest Masterclass container. We've never done anything like this before. It's called How to Buy a Home as an Immigrant Family, Uncovering the Path to the American Dream. It's going to be starting in August 2022. And we cannot wait for this. We've had so many people asking for support and guidance on how to navigate buying a home as an immigrant. So we'll be diving in through that program, giving lots of powerful guidance and knowledge, and most importantly, community support. We're going to have a new community space where you can connect with other immigrants and their families who are focused on buying real estate, and we will have goals and action steps we're working on together to start building the plan to buy a property. So this is available at a pre-sale discount right now for only $66. It's a total steal. I would definitely recommend jumping on it if you're ready to get started in this. The value will definitely be going up as more content is further developed and the value of the masterclass increases. So get started now. We'll put the link below, and can't wait to be supporting you. Have an awesome rest of your day and take care. Bye.